We often think of our identity as something fixed, a pre-painted picture that we live with every day. But what if I told you that your identity can change, and that reinventing yourself is the key to unlocking your true potential? Welcome to today's video, where we'll explore how Stoicism can inspire you to reinvent yourself and build a stronger, new identity. Have you ever felt stuck in old thinking patterns? Daily habits can form an invisible cage, confining you within a fixed identity framework that you think can't be changed. But Stoicism teaches us that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. And these very difficulties are the keys to becoming the best version of yourself. We'll guide you on how to apply Stoic principles to recognize and change outdated thought patterns. By accepting and facing challenges, you not only discover your inner strength, but can also reshape your identity in the way you desire. You will learn how to not just survive life, but to thrive in it. By understanding and applying Stoicism, you will gain confidence to face any challenge and know how to reinvent yourself whenever necessary. Are you ready to join us on this journey of self-reinvention? Then hit like and subscribe to ensure you don't miss out on the most helpful videos for you. Now, let's get started. Lesson 1. Start small, progress steadily. Starting with small tasks is an important lesson conveyed by Stoicism. Stoicism emphasizes that all significant changes begin with small, purposeful steps, not transforming your life overnight, but through specific actions and incremental progress. This philosophy advocates for gradual change, to avoid feeling overwhelmed, and to maintain sustainability. For example, instead of setting an unrealistic goal like completely changing your life in 1 month, start by spending 5 minutes each day meditating, a long-standing practice in Stoic culture. These moments of contemplation not only help you align your daily actions with your personal values, but also nourish your mind, bringing peace and enabling you to navigate the day more clearly and alertly. Furthermore, when facing challenges or external pressures, Stoicism teaches us that our response is what matters, not what happens to us. Instead of reacting impulsively to difficulties, choose a calm and rational approach. This not only involves restraining negative emotions, but also transforming those emotions into constructive actions that reflect your resilience and life purpose. Another practical example might be accepting small inconveniences in daily life. Instead of getting frustrated by traffic jams, view them as an opportunity to listen to an audiobook, reflect on a problem, or practice patience. Recognizing and accepting the present without wishing it were different is a core principle of Stoicism, helping us maintain a positive attitude and adapt better to life. These small but solid steps are not just about practicing Stoic philosophy. They are about how we live and grow every day. Each action, no matter how small, reinforces our commitment to self-control and continuous development, creating a long journey towards self-improvement and enriching our lives. In the Stoic lesson on self-reinvention, a constructive and profound quote from Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, can deepen our understanding of starting small. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This highlights that all changes, big or small, originate from how we perceive and react to circumstances. When applying this quote to self-reinvention, it's crucial to realize that all changes start with our own mindset. In the process of changing your identity in new ways, changing personal perspectives on challenges and opportunities is the first and most important step. This involves not just accepting reality or the difficulties at hand, but also reassessing personal values and goals, thereby reshaping how we approach life. Changing identity is not an abrupt act, but a gradual, continuous process. It starts with small changes, like how we respond to stress, or how we spend time on ourselves daily. For instance, instead of letting negative emotions dominate, you can choose to view problems from a different perspective, seek solutions, or express gratitude for the positive aspects around you. Each small step not only helps change yourself, but also alters how others perceive you. The process of self-reinvention through Stoicism is a journey of deep awareness and persistent practice. As you gradually change your perspective and reactions, you not only transform your identity, but also regenerate energy, belief, and inspiration for yourself and those around you. Each small step, whether a change in thinking or action, is an integral part of building a new version of yourself, a stronger, more conscious, and happier version. Lesson 2. Don't let anxiety control you. In the chaotic atmosphere of daily life, anxiety can easily become an uninvited companion. However, from a Stoic perspective, it's how we assess and react to situations that truly originates our anxiety. This is a crucial lesson about power. You have the ability to control your inner state, regardless of external circumstances. Stoicism teaches us to deeply analyze our anxieties, understand their origins, and challenge the thoughts that provoke them. Most anxieties stem from a desire to control the uncontrollable, like the future, others' opinions, or the outcome of events. Stoicism points out that what's truly within our control includes our actions, thoughts, and reactions. When feelings of anxiety arise, ask yourself an important question. Am I worrying about something outside my control? Instead of losing sleep over unchangeable factors, focus on your reaction. This is always within your power. This isn't about suppressing emotions, but about changing perspectives. Regular practice of Stoic discernment not only helps reduce the grip of anxiety, but also nurtures a mental discipline, allowing you to recognize fears, assess their validity, and then refocus on what you can control. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius frequently reminded themselves of the distinction between external events and internal reactions, encouraging focus on self-control. Moreover, Stoicism encourages mental training through practices like premeditatio malorum, where you imagine the worst-case scenarios and mentally prepare for them. Though counterintuitive, this reduces the power of fears and soothes anxiety by familiarizing yourself with the idea that you can handle difficulties. Applying these Stoic strategies in life not only builds your mental resilience to guard against future anxieties, but also empowers you to live more fully in the present. Each anxious moment, therefore, becomes an opportunity to practice Stoicism, transforming a potentially frightening experience into a chance for growth and personal strength. Imagine a middle-aged man named Min, an engineer who has been working at the same company for 20 years. Min constantly worries about his future at the company, especially as the industry undergoes rapid technological changes. Daily, he spends much time fretting about the possibility of losing his job, his skills becoming obsolete, and the likelihood of not finding new employment if let go. Instead of letting these negative thoughts dominate, Min decides to apply Stoic philosophy to his life. He starts by deeply analyzing the sources of his anxiety and realizes that most of his worries are beyond his control, like market conditions and management decisions. Min begins to focus on what he can control: his skills and career. Min decides to spend time after work learning new skills and updating himself with the latest technology in his field. He also enrolls in management and leadership courses to broaden his advancement opportunities. Through this, Min not only reduces his anxiety, but also feels energized and excited by the progress he makes. This transformation not only helps him secure his position at the company, but also opens new career doors. In this way, Min makes a change the Stoic way, not by suppressing anxiety, but by changing his perspective and actively dealing with it. Each step Min takes is a testament to practicing Stoicism, turning anxiety into an opportunity for self-development and enhancing personal strength. Through this, he reinvents himself, not just as an employee, but as a person, always ready to face challenges and turn them into opportunities. Lesson 3. Establishing virtuous habits through Stoicism. Stoic masters such as Seneca and Marcus Aurelius have asserted that building and maintaining habits is key to freeing oneself from the chaos of daily life. These habits are not just a series of repetitive actions. They are structures that support our highest goal, living a virtuous life. Imagine your daily habits as a garden that you must tend regularly for it to flourish. The virtues of wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, pillars of Stoicism, need to be nurtured through the daily activities you choose. Start by identifying times in your day when you can practice activities that reinforce these virtues. For example, morning meditation can help cultivate peace, wisdom, and temperance, while spending time helping others can demonstrate justice and courage. Not everyone is an early riser, so if you're not, don't force yourself to undertake strenuous tasks at dawn. Instead, plan your activities according to your natural rhythm. Time for reflection, perhaps through journaling or reading Stoic texts, will remind you of the principles you wish to embody. Throughout your day, integrate Stoic breaks. These are short periods when you pause to reflect on your current emotional state and realign with Stoic ideal. These breaks help you question whether your current actions align with the virtues you aspire to, thereby reinforcing your habits. Stoicism teaches that it is crucial to calmly adapt to circumstances. So, if something unexpected happens, or you have an opportunity to practice a virtue, be flexible and adjust your schedule accordingly. The goal is not to rigidly stick to a checklist, but to live purposefully according to the values of Stoicism. As you establish and refine your habits, remember that the ultimate purpose is not just to enhance productivity, but to nurture a character that is resilient and virtuous, regardless of external circumstances. A Stoic habit is about building a life that is not only effective, but also rich in ethics and philosophical satisfaction. Benefits of establishing Stoic habits in self-reinvention. Stoicism is not just a philosophy of life. It is a powerful tool for self-reinvention. As we build daily habits based on this principle, we not only change behaviors, but also reshape our identities. Here are some essential benefits highlighted by Stoic philosophers, like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, demonstrating the importance of habit formation in the journey of self-reinvention. True freedom through self-control. Good habits help us develop self-control, a core virtue of Stoicism. When you control your actions through habits, you are no longer dictated by transient emotions or external factors. This brings true freedom as you act based on deliberate decisions rather than unconscious reactions. Enhancing endurance and consistency. Daily habits reinforce endurance and consistency, making you more resilient in the face of adversity. You gradually learn to confront and overcome challenges without faltering. This not only increases mental strength, but also helps you progress each day in your personal journey. Cultivating moral virtues. Daily habits designed to reflect Stoic principles such as justice, courage, and temperance help nurture and develop moral virtues. Regularly practicing these virtues through daily habits not only deepens them, but also makes them an inseparable part of who you are, enhancing awareness and wisdom. Habits like meditation, reading, or journaling enhance awareness and discernment. These activities not only help you become more contemplative, but also promote deep reflection on life, aiding you in making wiser decisions. Satisfaction and mental well-being. A life structured around virtuous habits brings not just efficiency and success, but also satisfaction and happiness. Living purposefully, pursuing noble values and virtues, you will feel a deep contentment with yourself and your life. These benefits are just the tip of the iceberg that Stoicism offers in self-reinvention. As you start to implement changes through establishing and maintaining habits, you are not only transforming yourself, but also changing how you perceive and interact with the world around you. Begin this journey with faith and consistency, and you will see your life transform in ways you never imagined. Lesson 4. Command yourself to stop. In Stoicism, commanding oneself to stop is not merely about ending an action. It's an expression of asserting personal control over desires and instinctual emotion. If left unchecked, these can lead us astray. This philosophy reinforces the belief that true freedom comes from within, not from external factors of life. Consider a specific example. You often procrastinate and spend too much time on social media instead of engaging in more meaningful activities. In this case, commanding yourself to stop is not just about putting the phone down. It's a deeper process, recognizing and actively eliminating the tangled emotions that distract you. You then redirect your focus to activities more aligned with Stoic goals, such as reading philosophy or spending time in reflection. This process can be applied to any habit or instinct that doesn't serve a higher purpose, whether it's overeating, smoking, or any form of abuse. Stoicism doesn't just ask you to stop the negative actions, but also encourages you to replace them with actions that add virtuous value. This facilitates replacing unwanted habits with new ones that contribute to personal growth and health. Moreover, commanding yourself to stop includes pausing to analyze why you engage in these actions, exploring the deep-seated reasons behind these behaviors, and identifying what voids in your life you are trying to fill. Stoicism teaches us to confront these challenges directly, understand them, and learn to cope without resorting to harmful habits. Remember the core belief of Stoicism. You have the power to choose your response in any situation. By commanding yourself to stop, you are practicing one of the highest forms of self-control, a true test of your ability to live according to ethical and rational principles, even when facing the toughest habits. Insights from Stoic philosophers. Reinventing yourself through the lesson of commanding yourself to stop. In the process of self-reinvention, Stoic philosophers have emphasized that the lesson of commanding yourself to stop is not just a simple action, but a profound transformational process, involving rebuilding your personal identity based on ethical and rational values. Here are some insights from Stoic philosophers to help you understand and apply this principle in your life for self-reinvention. Identify and abandon old habits. Stoic philosophers encourage us to identify and abandon old habits, especially negative ones that we may have unconsciously accepted as part of ourselves. By commanding yourself to stop, you create a distance between yourself and automatic behaviors, allowing you to reassess and decide whether those behaviors truly reflect your true value. Practice self-control. Self-control is a cornerstone of Stoicism. This involves not just stopping negative emotions or immediate behavior. It's about consciously choosing your responses. Stoic philosophers believe that real power lies in controlling your own reactions, not in controlling circumstances or others. Aim for higher goals. Each time you command yourself to stop, you should have a higher goal in mind. This not only helps you break away from immediate behaviors, but also shapes and drives you closer to the best version of yourself. View this as an opportunity to replace old habits with new, more positive and meaningful ones. Reflect and self-awareness. Stoicism places great value on reflection and self-awareness. Commanding yourself to stop provides an opportunity to deeply consider your choices and actions. By pausing and reflecting, you can better understand what truly matters to you and how your actions may or may not reflect those values. Commit to the process. Stoic philosophers emphasize that commanding yourself to stop is an ongoing, long-term process, not a one-time act. Commitment to this process requires patience and consistency, but it ultimately leads to true freedom and self-mastery. By practicing these principles, you are not only reinventing your identity, but also building a meaningful life, guided by your true values and ethical principles. These lessons are not just advice, they are beacons to guide your way. Lesson 5. Free up valuable resources. In the vastness of modern life, we often unintentionally waste our valuable resources on mundane activities that neither support our lofty goals nor reflect the core values we cherish. This can manifest in actions like mindlessly scrolling through social media or taking on too many tasks out of obligation rather than genuine interest or clear purpose. Stoicism teaches us to reassess every commitment through the lens of virtue and usefulness. Ask yourself, do these activities truly contribute to your personal and ethical development? What is an effective practice to free up these resources? The first step is to conduct a regular time audit, daily or weekly. Carefully examine how you spend your time, which tasks are draining your energy, and what genuinely captures your attention. Are these activities aligned with your goals to live wisely, justly, courageously, and calmly? If not, it might be time to consider a change. According to Stoicism, reducing clutter, both physically and mentally, is also crucial. Eliminating distractions around us not only helps us create a tidy workspace and living environment, but also fosters an atmosphere conducive to personal growth and adherence to Stoic principles. When you free up these resources, you're not just clearing space on your desk or in your schedule. You're expanding space in your life for reflection, development, and deep engagement with the essential aspects of life. You're setting the stage for a life where every action you take is meaningful, aligned with Stoic virtues, ensuring that each choice you make is a step towards becoming the person you aspire to be. Remember, every small decision you make daily has the potential to shape your life. Imagine you are a photography enthusiast, but your daily job involves numerous unnecessary meetings and a constant stream of emails. While you have a passion for creativity, the time for it is curtailed by tasks that don't truly add value to you. This is where Stoicism advises you to perform a freeing up valuable resources to reinvent yourself. According to Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher, not everything is within our control, but we can control our attitudes and actions toward those things. Apply this to your situation by reducing the number of unnecessary meetings and setting limits on emails. Dedicate at least one morning each week to step away from all tasks and focus solely on photography. During this time, You not only get to do what you love, but also have the opportunity to develop your skills and express your creative personality. This is not just how you free up space in your schedule, but how you liberate your soul and passion, while building a lifestyle where each day is lived true to yourself and the values you hold dear. By reshaping your time and energy, you're not just reinventing yourself, you're facilitating continuous growth in a positive and meaningful direction. This, according to Stoicism, is not just self-improvement, but taking practical steps towards living a more ethical and fulfilling life. Lesson 6. Do something difficult. Starting a new day, there's nothing better than facing and conquering challenges, as they are not only opportunities to test our limits, but also to expand them. In Stoic philosophy, voluntarily facing difficulties paves the way for self-mastery and control over our lives. When we choose to do something difficult, it's not only a demonstration of resilience, but also a means to better equip ourselves for future challenges with calmness and efficiency. Imagine you are facing a complex project at work, starting a rigorous training regimen, or even engaging in a heated discussion. Initially, these tasks may seem like insurmountable barriers. However, every step forward not only represents overcoming fear, but also an opportunity to develop courage, patience, and tranquility. Stoicism emphasizes that the real value of these challenges lies not just in immediate outcomes, but in the process of our growth and development of virtues. How can you start? Identify a task you have been avoiding because it seemed too difficult. Face it with a Stoic mindset. See it as an opportunity to cultivate your character. Prepare mentally by reminding yourself of the benefits, not just related to the end goal, but also in enhancing your personal capabilities throughout the process. Stoicism does not encourage us to tackle difficulties blindly. Instead, it promotes approaching challenges methodically, breaking them down into manageable steps and setting realistic expectations. This systematic approach not only makes seemingly difficult tasks more manageable, but ensures that our actions are disciplined and purpose-driven. By continually challenging yourself, you improve your ability to cope with tough situations and build self-esteem and confidence in your capabilities. Each challenge you overcome becomes a testament to your perseverance and commitment to living an ethical life, closely tied to the lofty principles of Stoicism. Let's explore the story of John, a young office worker in New York. John always felt exhausted after long work days, and a sedentary lifestyle and poor diet were deteriorating his health. This not only affected his job performance, but also hindered his pursuit of personal goals. Realizing the need for change, John decided to make a significant shift in his life by committing to a marathon training program. With the spirit of Stoicism, John understood that voluntarily facing difficulties was the best way to train his will and perseverance. He saw this not just as a challenge, but as an opportunity for personal growth. John started by signing up for a beginner's running class. Every morning, rain or shine, he got up early to run. Initially, he could only run 1 km, but with persistence and effort, he gradually increased to 5 km, then 10 km each day. The process was not easy. There were many times John wanted to quit because of fatigue and pain, but with Stoic philosophy, he learned to accept and face difficulties as an essential part of growing. He reminded himself that each challenge was an opportunity to develop courage, patience, and composure. When the day of the actual marathon arrived, John was ready. He not only completed the race, but also surpassed his personal limits, achieving a new personal best. The sense of victory came not only from finishing the race, but from realizing his inner strength. John proved that true strength comes from facing and conquering difficulties, not from avoiding them. John's story is a vivid example of how Stoicism can help us reinvent ourselves by mastering and overcoming challenges. Each step John took was not just a step in his marathon journey, but in his personal development journey, turning each difficulty into an opportunity to develop steadfastness and commitment to living an ethical life, closely aligned with the noble principles of Stoicism. Ask yourself, are you ready to embrace challenges to reinvent yourself as John did? Don't hesitate to step out of your comfort zone and face difficulties, as that is the path to true freedom and maturity. Lesson 7. Associate with people who make you better. In Stoic philosophy, we learn that our environment and the community we belong to deeply influence our personal development. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Epictetus always emphasize that friends not only reflect the values we pursue, but also help shape those values. When we interact with people who embody the virtues we desire in ourselves, we are powerfully motivated on our journey to become better individuals. View every meeting, every conversation, as a precious opportunity to learn and grow. By choosing to spend time with people who challenge and support you, people who inspire you to reach higher standards, you are preparing yourself for a successful future. These relationships are not just friends, they are great teachers, reminding us of our infinite potential and pushing us to strive continually. How can you practice this Stoic advice in everyday life? Start by evaluating the relationships around you. Ask yourself which relationships truly nurture the good qualities in you, and which might be hindering your personal growth. This is not about judging others, but a necessary step to become aware of the positive or negative influences from those around us. Once you identify the people who have a positive impact on your life, try to invest more consciously in those relationships. This could involve engaging in deeper conversations, seeking advice, or participating with them in projects that reflect the values you pursue. At the same time, actively seek and connect with new people who fit the model of the person you aspire to become. Engage in groups, clubs, or online communities focused on personal interests or fields you wish to develop, from philosophy book clubs to sports communities or charitable organizations. Remember, in the spirit of Stoicism, the important thing is not to surround yourself with perfect individuals, but to selectively cultivate relationships that challenge you to think critically, act justly, and live courageously. When you build such a social circle, you create an energized and supportive environment that is ideal for personal and ethical growth. In the journey of self-reinvention, Stoic philosophy emphasizes that we are not just products of our surroundings, but also the outcomes of the choices and relationships we choose. The lesson of changing identity in Stoicism shows that to change ourselves positively and sustainably, we need to associate with people who make us better. This is not just a personal choice. It is a necessary step on the path of personal development. Choose your company wisely. Transform your identity. The choice of companions not only reflects the values you cherish, but also propels you forward. These relationships are mirrors, not only of what you are, but also of what you can become. Every conversation, every interaction with them is a lesson, an opportunity for you to form and strengthen your new identity. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Stay away from those who drain your energy and seek out those who empower you." Live proactively, not reactively. Stoics are not passive in life, but actively create the life they desire. By actively seeking and maintaining relationships with positive influences, you not only change your identity, but also reshape how the world around you impacts you. Epictetus emphasized, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that shapes you." Practice integrity and perseverance in your goals. As you continue your journey of self-reinvention, always maintain integrity and perseverance towards your goals. The people you choose to spend time with will support you in upholding these standards, reminding you not just of what you have achieved, but also of the limitless potential you can reach. Seneca once said, "Live with the wise, and you will learn to be wise. Seek and build relationships that offer positive challenges." In the process of reinventing your identity, it's important to seek and build relationships that challenge you positively, encouraging you to think bigger, act bolder, and live more fully. These people are not just friends. They are partners in your development, companions in a challenging but potential-filled journey. As Epictetus stated, "No great thing is created suddenly." Remember, associating with people who make you better is not just a smart decision, but an essential requirement if you want to reinvent and reshape your identity. These relationships will inspire, challenge, and help you become the best version of yourself. From this, you will not only achieve positive change, but also spread value and inspiration to those around you, creating a sustainable and meaningful community. Choosing to associate with people who make you better is not just a personal development strategy, but an act of proactive commitment to pursuing noble values. Through this, you not only reinvent yourself, but also contribute to building a better world. Lesson 8. Stop fearing change. In Stoic philosophy, change is not an enemy, but an essential part of the natural order of the universe. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius recognize that fearing change is as futile as fearing the sunrise each day. Both are inevitable events beyond our control. They teach that accepting change is about adjusting oneself to the flow of life, recognizing that each change brings new opportunities for personal growth and learning. To truly stop fearing change, begin by understanding and applying the concept of amor fati in Stoicism, a love for fate. This means embracing everything that happens to us, including seemingly negative events, as integral parts of our life's journey. Adopting this mindset not only reduces anxiety about the unknown, but also opens our minds to valuable lessons from those changes. The next step is to observe how you react to small changes in daily life, from a schedule adjustment to last-minute plan changes. Acknowledge any resistance you feel, and remind yourself of the Stoic principle that every obstacle is an opportunity. Each minor situation is a practice to build resilience and flexibility. Additionally, practice daily reflective meditation. Reflect on past changes that initially scared you, but later resulted in positive outcomes. This will reinforce the belief that change, though often uncomfortable, is a gateway to personal and professional growth. Finally, remember that Stoicism doesn't just ask us to passively accept change, but encourages us to actively engage with it in ways that align with our virtues. Approach change proactively, make decisions based on wisdom and justice, and view change as a catalyst for improving both yourself and your community. Viewing change through a Stoic lens, you can transform what many fear into a source of inspiration and profound self-reinvention. Stopping the fear of change is not just advice, but a powerful life strategy in Stoicism, helping us reinvent ourselves and develop a stronger new identity. Embracing and welcoming change can offer numerous advantages, inspiring and motivating us. Here are some benefits from adopting this perspective, according to Stoic views. Freedom from fear. By accepting change as an inevitable part of life, we free ourselves from the chains of fear. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic, wrote that all change is natural and an opportunity to refine our souls. By removing fear, we expand our capacity to accept and adapt to any situation, feeling freer and unbound by baseless anxieties. The power of acceptance, embracing amor fati, not only helps us accept change, but also turns it into a source of motivation. By accepting everything that comes our way, not just the positives, but also the challenges, we learn to find meaning and lessons in all experiences. This enhances our resilience and perseverance, turning each challenge into an opportunity to become stronger. Continuous growth. Change drives continuous development and learning. From a Stoic perspective, each change is an opportunity to self-reflect and grow, enhancing personal skills and virtues. This leads to advancements in both career and personal life. Each time we face change, we learn something new and become more well-rounded individuals. Adaptability. With no fear of change, you develop adaptability, a flexible spirit ready for life's fluctuations. This helps you face challenges calmly and wisely, leading to better decisions and more favorable outcomes. This adaptability also makes it easier to switch between different roles and responsibilities in life, achieving balance and harmony. Self-reinvention. Embracing and actively welcoming change is the first step in the process of self-reinvention. As you change your perspective on the world and your interactions with it, you also change yourself. This creates a new, stronger identity that is better suited to current realities. Through continuous self-reinvention, you not only enhance your personal value, but also create new opportunities for growth and success. In Stoicism, stopping the fear of change is the key to unlocking doors of freedom, strength, and personal development. Embrace change as an integral part of life, and you'll discover that each change brings a new opportunity to reinvent and improve yourself. Lesson 9. Say no to the unnecessary. In Stoicism, choosing to refuse the non-essential is an action that reinforces peace and deep values. This principle is not just an approach to simplifying life, but also a strategy for focusing on personal growth and virtue. Stoic philosophers, from Seneca to Marcus Aurelius, emphasize the importance of distinguishing between what is necessary and unnecessary in life. They advise that we should eliminate things that do not bring real value, from unhealthy relationships to commitments that do not serve our long-term goals. Minimizing the unnecessary frees up energy, time, and mental space, allowing us to focus on what truly nurtures satisfaction and happiness. To implement this, start by reviewing your current commitments. Ask yourself whether each activity and obligation genuinely contributes to your personal and moral progress. This process requires honest and profound self-reflection, a staple in the Stoic lifestyle. When you identify what is unnecessary, you need the courage to reject it. This could mean declining an inappropriate invitation, withdrawing from unhelpful projects, or cutting off negative social connections. Additionally, this principle should also apply to your living space and digital environment. Try to simplify your living area and digital connections to include only what truly adds value to your life. This doesn't mean living without comfort or pleasure, but prioritizing what genuinely offers meaning and purpose. Ultimately, the habit of saying no to the unnecessary will help you control your environment rather than letting it control you. This proactive choice supports your autonomy and lays the foundation for a more purposeful and focused life. Seneca's famous quote, a Stoic philosopher, fits well with the principle of saying no to the unnecessary. In the context of self-reinvention, Do not take lightly your busy schedule, for it is not laziness. This lifestyle choice that Seneca and other Stoics often remind us about. Do not take lightly your busy schedule, for it is not laziness. In this, Seneca advises us that being busy is not always synonymous with being productive or developing personally. In reality, we sometimes fall into the trap of useless busyness, where our activities don't really serve a long-term purpose or personal development. This brings us back to the Stoic principle of refusing the unnecessary. When we learn to decline unnecessary commitments and remove activities that don't bring value, we are truly reinventing ourselves. Each time we say no to something unimportant, we are saying yes to freedom, focus, and personal advancement. This is an opportunity for us to redefine our identity, not based on what we own or are busy with, but on what we choose to invest our time and energy in. This quote also invites each of us to examine our lives. Are we wasting time on things that don't help us move forward? I invite you to leave your thoughts in the comments. Do you feel you are busy effectively? And are you eliminating the unnecessary to reinvent yourself in a new way? Lesson 10. Return to your rhythm. Imagine your personal rhythm as your own soundtrack, where you feel a perfect harmony between your values and effectiveness in every action. However, life will sometimes disrupt this rhythm due to unexpected external events or internal upheavals like unstable emotions. Stoicism doesn't teach us to react with extremism or despair, but to remain calm and guide ourselves back to the path of discipline and mindfulness. To achieve this, start by identifying the core activities that constitute your rhythm. This might be daily habits such as meditating each morning, reflecting at the end of the day, engaging in regular physical exercise, or setting aside time for reading and contemplation. When faced with imbalance, prioritize these activities to regain steadiness in your spirit. Furthermore, use Stoic reflection to analyze the causes of disruption. Ask yourself, is what happened within your control? If so, what could you do differently next time? If not, remember the Stoic lesson on the dichotomy of control, which encourages us to focus more on how we react to circumstances, rather than the circumstances themselves. Returning to your rhythm also means forgiving yourself for any deviations that have occurred. Stoicism teaches us to be compassionate with ourselves, understanding that the goal is not perfection, but continual improvement. Every time you return to your rhythm is an opportunity to reinforce your commitment to living according to Stoic virtues, viewing each setback not as a failure, but as a vital step in your journey of personal development and autonomy. Take inspiration from the story of Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Roman emperors and a renowned Stoic philosopher. Throughout his life, Aurelius faced numerous challenges, from wars at the empire's borders to plagues and political turmoil within. Yet, he maintained his personal rhythm by jotting down his reflections and meditations, a classic work of Stoic philosophy. In one passage, Aurelius reminds himself, "Tomorrow you will encounter the ungrateful, violent, treacherous, envious, and unsociable." Instead of letting these behaviors disrupt his rhythm, he sought to accept and forgive them, not allowing the negativity to hinder his pursuit of virtue and inner peace. A modern-day example might be an office worker overwhelmed by job pressure and unnecessary conflicts with colleagues. Instead of allowing these stresses to disrupt their rhythm, this individual decides to spend 15 minutes each morning meditating, repeating Marcus Aurelius's words, and reminding themselves that every challenge is an opportunity to practice patience and compassion. This not only helps them return to their rhythm, but also promotes personal regeneration and growth, gradually altering their perspective and way of life towards something more positive and sustainable. Through this example, we see that no matter how circumstances change, steadfastly adhering to principles and practicing Stoicism can help us not only overcome difficulties, but also strongly develop ourselves, reinventing our image for the better. The journey of self-reinvention is not just a challenge, but an exciting adventure. Stoicism teaches us that our identity is not fixed, not a pre-drawn map, but a flowing stream, constantly changing with each decision and action we take daily. Imagine your life as a painting, where each choice you make adds a stroke, and each challenge you overcome adds a new color, making the painting richer and more diverse. The key is that no painting is perfect from the start. We all go through a process of trial and error to discover the truest representation of ourselves. This is the most valuable lesson Stoicism wants to impart. Embrace every change as an indispensable part of your personal development journey. With every step, no matter how small, we are gradually creating the best version of ourselves. Do not fear changes. Embrace them, learn from them, and continue moving forward with courage and faith in yourself. Stoics advise us to live in the present, focus on what we can control, and let go of what is beyond our reach. Each day, take time to reflect, reassess yourself, and set small goals for progress. Do not let failures dishearten you, but see them as valuable lessons to grow stronger and more resilient. If you find today's video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss upcoming videos where we will explore more valuable lessons together. Keep watching and check out the recommended videos on the end screen to progress every day. Thank you sincerely for spending time with us. I look forward to seeing you in future content. And remember, every day is a new opportunity to reinvent yourself. Please share this video with friends and family to spread the spirit of positivity and Stoic philosophy to more people. Your support is a great motivation for us to continue bringing quality and meaningful content.